CSK can't believe they beat KKR last night, but after watching the match, I know why. And we're going to talk about that. Tactics, Geico Ward's batting, Dubé's batting, and Venkatesh Iyer. Does he deserve a spot in the KKR lineup? Let's get right into it with Geico Ward's batting. Geico Ward has got a little stats that is going to be of surprise, and it's a stat that shows that he's rising up with a little bit of greatness. In run chases, he's got one of the best records. In 18 innings now, he's got 6 50s in winning run chases for Chennai Super Kings. He's got an average of over 50 and a strike rate of 130 plus. Now, you've got to remember when you've got a run chase there, sometimes you don't have to take extra risks early because the bowlers have done the job and kept the total to a low number. And that's where Geico Ward really comes in. But in run chases, he's only been involved in 6 where they've had a loss. And that's where he's got out early and hasn't really stepped up to the plate with low scores. So Geico Ward, in run chases, he's maturing as a batsman and is setting himself up with a reputation of one that loves being under pressure in a run chase. That's why he's the leader of the team, and we'll talk about his captaincy a little bit later. Dubé, just want to talk about him. I really love the way that he has improved against fast bowling with the short attack that happens to him. A little bit of a weakness, but he's improved over the off-season of the last 6 months before this IPL, and he's playing those pull shots beautifully. And opposition teams are thinking, how do we bowl to him? So they go to spin. They try and cramp him for room. He's got that reach, sweeps it over deep mid-wicket for 6. So they go to the wide line, and he's got that reach where he really powers it straight down the ground. Chakravarti tried to do it last night, got hit for 2 boundaries in a row. Later on in the innings, that's where CSK really took the game away from KKR. They had no chance of getting back after that. And it took the pressure off the rest of the batsmen where they could easily bring the CSK team home to victory. Now, Venkatesh Iyer, should he be in this KKR lineup? I think he's overvalued. I think there are too bigger expectations on him, and I don't think he's got the ability to live up to those expectations. Yes, he's a good player, but I think these expectations are putting too much pressure on him. So when Nitesh Rana is right to come back into this team, I was expecting him to play this game. He was with the lineup or with the squad down there, but they didn't play. I think Nitesh Rana comes in for Venkatesh Iyer because Raghuvanshi is really stepping up to the plate with a little bit of form there. You've got to keep the youngster in there while he is going strong. Right, KKR tactics have to be questioned last night when they were bowling. The 5th over, they went to the left armer Roy. Now, they needed wickets out this time. Why would you not go to one of your frontline spinners in Narayan or Chakravarti, who are wicket-taking options and a lot more experienced than Roy at that stage? That was a crucial moment of the game. A tactical blunder from KKR, and the other tactical blunder was knowing that CSK had 2 left arm off spinners on up their sleeve, and they sent out Ramsdeep Singh instead of Rinku Singh. I know you want to leave Rinku Singh till later on in the innings, but you've also got the power of Andre Russell out the back end as well, and sometimes you've got to change it up to keep that left-handed, right-hand combination to unsettle the opposition's bowling tactics. And then another drop catch. This is Ramdeep Singh out in the deep, running in, diving forward. It was a simple catch. There are so many of these catches being dropped in this year's IPL. It's not good enough. Yes, he's dropped Mitchell. It was Mitchell early on in the innings. If he took that catch, all of a sudden, going into the or out of the power play phase, you've got pressure on Dubé. Which way is he going to go in that particular phase? But you drop the catch. Mitchell was able to face Narayan the next over. He had a little bit more freedom because they were only 1 down. He got 14 off that over, and all of a sudden the run rate was out 5.5 and over. And when your run rate is out 5.5 and over with 14 overs left in the innings, it's a very easy run chase when you're only one down. Pitch conditions. KKR did not sum it up, and Chennai Super Kings used home ground advantage, knowing that KKR like to play that power game. They're not very good at rotating the strike, and it proved yesterday when the spin came on, the ball was holding up, they weren't able to rotate the strike. When you're in those situations and the field's out, you've got to pick up those ones. If you've got 4 runs or 4 singles in a row with 2 balls to go, all of a sudden the pressure's on the bowler. They don't want to bowl that loose one to have a boundary scored off them, because all of a sudden an over that looks as though it's going to be a good over between 4 and 6 could turn out to 8 and 10. So KKR didn't sum up the conditions and didn't adjust to the conditions yesterday. And that's one of their weaknesses moving forward that they have to work on. And that's why I reckon Nitish Rana will come in instead of Venkatesh Iyer. And I actually go back to Venkatesh Iyer. Tex Sharna showed that he's not technically equipped against right arm off spin. He was trying to play the sweep shot standing up. He was trying to slog. He had no idea against Tex Sharna. That's another reason why he's got to go out. I should have brought that up earlier, but better late than never. Gaikwad's captaincy, just want to touch on that. I love the way that CSK have prepared for him to be captain of this team. Last year, they knew that he was going to take the helm at some stage. He's got good captaincy experience. He's had success in that role with other teams. After every game, Fleming had been talking to Gaikwad last year about how he would go about captaining. What tactics would have he done at certain situations? That's good preparation. Gaikwad has shown that he's calm. He's not relying on MS Dhoni out in the middle. It's his team now, not MS Dhoni's, but they've still got the same culture and they've still got the same belief, and they're going about their business with no frustration whatsoever. They're calm and collect under Gaikwad's leadership. And just finally, MS Dhoni. What a leader he is. He comes out, he has the opportunity to hit the winning runs, has the opportunity to hit a boundary to really appease the crowd, excite the crowd. That's what the crowd wants. But instead, he puts his ego in check, realises that the skipper out the other end, Gaikwad, has done the hard yards, so he pushes an easy one and allows Gaikwad to hit the winning boundary. That's good leadership, that's good mentorship, and that's putting the team first. Chennai Super Kings, after last night with their bowling performance, their batting performance, and their depth that they have in their squad, all of a sudden are going to be a challenge at the end of the year against Rajasthan Royals. They are the 2 teams that are going to dominate the rest of this IPL. Your thoughts? Get them downstairs.